Hi everyone, Mr. Pete's here. Okay, so on this Google Drawings file, I'm going to show you guys how to make the room in perspective. I've already provided you the horizon line, the vanishing point, and that large rectangle, which is going to represent the back of the room. I already drew that for you just to kind of make this a little bit quicker for you guys. But you're still going to be doing a little bit of work here, and I'm going to guide you through the entire process, all right? So what I would like you to do is come over here and click the line tool. All right. So that is now highlighted. You see a little plus sign there. That's going to represent you have the lines going. All right. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw those corners of the room first, just like you did on your traditional drawing. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start over by the vanishing point and I'm going to go right through this corner. So I'll do that one first. Okay, I'm not matching the corner of the actual file or the actual paper. I want to make sure I go through this corner. That's super, super, super important. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and it's going to look something like that. Then I'm going to draw another one. I'll do this one. I'll go through just like this. Again, it goes through this corner, not matching with the corner of the page. And it'll look like that. I'm going to do the same over here. And if it just so happens to touch the corner of the page, then that's just a coincidence. And I'm going to do the same over here. So you notice that I started from the vanishing point and I went through these corners. This corner, this corner, this corner, and this corner. All right, and that's going to make sure that you have that accurate sense of perspective. Okay, now the next thing I want you to do is to draw the door. So while that line tool is highlighted, you're going to start from the floor, maybe over here, just like you did with your drawing, and you can kind of go up and then maybe have the door maybe about this tall. All right. Now we're going to do the top of the door. So starting at the vanishing point, I'm going to go across the top of the door just like this. And then I'm going to go from this point straight down vertically. All right. And then touch the floor. You want to make sure that this line here and this line here are parallel. So that's going to make sure that you have really good perspective. The top of the door is orthogonal, so that's going to come from that vanishing point. Okay, now we're going to do the window. So I'm going to make the window right over here against this wall, and I'll make it about that big. Okay, now again, the window doesn't go all the way to the floor because the window is in the middle of the wall. So I'm now going to look at the top of this line and the bottom of this line. So starting from the vanishing point, we'll draw those orthogonal lines, all right, and they will go through the top of that line and it'll end right about there. And the same thing here, it will go through that bottom of that line and then right about here, just about vertically from the top point. And then I'm going to close this off. All right, so now we have our window over here and we have our door over here. Okay, and now I want to do that hardwood floor. So if you remember, the hardwood floor always comes from the vanishing point. So I'm going to start to draw out those lines starting from the vanishing point, and notice that, you know what, I don't like that line. I'm going to erase that. So I just hit delete and I'll start over again. And I'll go over here just to the edge of that paper. And we'll continue. And see how all those lines are coming from that vanishing point? That's super important. Okay, and now I have my hardwood floor, but now we have all these crazy lines in here. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna click my arrow tool and I'm going to literally highlight everything in this room, all of those lines. Okay, now every line is highlighted. I'm gonna come over here, see where it says border color? It looks like a little pencil. I'm gonna click that and I'm gonna make this light gray, middle to light gray, just like that. All right. And then I'm going to click it. And now all those lines are really, really, really light. So now I'm going to go back to my line tool and I'm going to do the rendering lines. All right. So I'm going to redraw the wall. And it should be automatically black, so you don't have to go back and choose the black color for the line. But I'm just going to retrace all those. Now, I don't have to do any of these lines inside here, so I'm going to start from this corner and just trace this line here, like that. Start from this corner, and I'm going to trace this line. So really at this point, it's really easy because all I'm doing is tracing. I'm just going like that, and starting from this corner, and I'm tracing this one. Okay, so now we have the ceiling, we have the back wall, we have the two side walls, and we have the floor. Now let's do the door. So I'm going to start from the bottom of the door. I'll trace this line, and trace this line. Okay, then I'll do the window. I'll trace that one, this one, and that one. Okay, so now we have the window and the door, and then I'll just go ahead and do the hardwood floor. All right, and this is going to look very, very similar to the way you guys did your drawing. You know, the thing about Google Drawings is, especially doing a perspective drawing, is I have to have you guys gray out the first lines first, because this way you can actually erase those lines later on, and then you'll have a nice clean drawing. So now all of these gray lines I want to get rid of, but I don't necessarily want to get rid of the vanishing point, but you could if you wanted to. So I'm going to come over here to my arrow tool, and I'm going to click that so now nothing is highlighted, and then I'm going to go ahead and highlight just those gray lines. So all of those, just the gray lines are the ones that are highlighted. I'll do that again. I only highlighted these center points all here because I'm going to grab all of those, and then I'm going to hit delete. And once I do that, all those gray lines are deleted, and now I have my room with my ceiling, my side walls with a window and a door, and then my hardwood floor. Okay, for now, this is all I want to do, but I'm actually going to return back to this drawing so, so that you guys can continue to work on from here, so we can practice some more drawing different objects in the room that are going to be in perspective. All right, so that's it for now, and then once you're done with this, go ahead and turn it in. All right, I look forward to seeing your work, and have a wonderful day.